Melbourne rapper Casanova pleads guilty to federal racketeering and drug charges. The U.S. Attorney's Office claims Casanova led the untouchable guerrilla Stone Nation Bloods gang and directed a multi-state conspiracy in that role. Casanova copped to a shooting and a robbery and to trafficking more than 100 kilos of pot. He faces between 5 and 60 years in prison when he is sentenced in December.
What's good, y'all? It's Jay Coffee. Tapping back in with another one, man, with some more hip-hop news. Y'all heard that clip there regarding Casanova 2 times, right? We know right now the hip-hop news cycle, the headlines, it's all being dominated by the RICO case against Young Thug, Gunna, YSL, 28 co-defendants. All in all, a lot of people theorize there's going to be a lot more rappers picked up in Georgia. Maybe, other RICOs are going to jump off or something like that after all this press conferences from the district attorney and that list that they put out of different gangs. A lot of people, like Lil Baby's name's been getting thrown in the mix and all that. Comment with your thoughts on that. Man, if I was Lil Baby, I'd be off on a nice vacation somewhere right now, man. Get my mind right, just taking it easy. But we know there's a long road ahead with the court process, and we look at their situation just beginning, and here Casanova's almost coming to an end as he first surrenders himself to the feds back in 2020, although we know the YSL is a state RICO. I think the feds, for the most part, it seems those cases take a lot longer. Y'all can comment and let me know what you guys think, but with Cass, right, that's a hell of a gap. You heard him, like he copped out, he took the plea. Faces between 5 and 60 years, like that's a 55-year difference right there. I don't know where he'll fall on those sentencing guidelines or whatever, you know what I mean? I know the feds have a almost like a chart or something, the process the way they go about determining how much time you're gonna get. Everything from past convictions, all kinds of ish. Violent convictions, this, that, and the third. Like, we know Casanova been upstate before for a robbery, robbed a check cashing place. He talked about it in detail in interviews, as well as talking about shanking people and all that on Vlad TV. And that's another thing we got to think about right now. Comment, guys, and let me know your thoughts with this. Okay, we've already pointed out it's dangerous. We already knew rappers needed to slow down on social media, right? And we're seeing now it's very dangerous to put up any gang signs or any kind of posts or lyrics or anything pertaining to being a part of an organization, whether it's a gang or anything that can be looked at as an criminal organization or anything like that. So we're all asking ourselves, are rappers finally gonna wise up and cut all that ish out, right? Quit posting that. But it makes you wonder if for platforms like Vlad TV and stuff like that, we've always known a lot of individuals need to be very careful talking about old crimes and old situations like that, but there's always kind of a narrative, like, as long as it's not an open case, right? As long as it's over and done with, there's no harm in talking about it. But as we're seeing, like, there is some harm in talking about it if you're going too far in detail, or you're giving out new information or anything like that. Y'all feel what I'm saying? Because we've seen in indictments and stuff like that, like a transcript from interviews. Like with Casanova, I believe they brought that up. Oh, he's a violent individual. He talked on this platform about shanking people in prison. His whole image with the music was that he's always set tripping. Getting into it with 6ix9ine and Treyway wasn't a good look neither, obviously, as we knew the feds were all over Treyway. Feds were watching them like a motherfucker. But check it out. In the plea, though, they said that he pled to trafficking marijuana. They dropped a lot of the other serious charges, but the trafficking marijuana and a robbery. Well, do y'all remember this?
It really wasn't easy for Naya Rucker to come forward. forward. She showed us the messages. Members of this rapper's inner circle begging her to keep quiet. But Ms. Rucker believes even celebrities should be brought to justice. A bloody assault.
Who just grabbed me?
Inside a 14th Street diner.
This is embarrassing. I ain't eat food in 3 days.
Naya Rucker has stitches in her face, a broken jaw, and her tooth was knocked loose.
It's more than just a physical pain.
Rucker says she was attacked by Brooklyn rapper Casanova and his entourage. Tonight, she's speaking out in this exclusive Pix 11 interview.
You think just because you're somebody, you can do whatever the hell you want to somebody, and that's not okay.
It was 4:40 Sunday morning. Naya was at the Good Stuff Diner. She says Casanova was also there with a group of his friends. Rucker tells Pix 11 after the waitress brought her food, she wanted to show off her meal on Instagram Live.
Then all of a sudden I hear, hey, yo, shorty, take me off your live. So I turn around and I'm like, oh, you're not in my live. You're not even in the frame.
According to Rucker, that's when Casanova and his crew attacked. One man put her in a chokehold, dragged her out of the booth, and pulled her across the diner, while Casanova grabbed her arm, her phone, and deleted her Instagram Live post.
Took my phone and then after that, choked me to unconsciousness and then dropped me.
Rucker is confident the man in the diner was Casanova. He bragged about being a rapper and had on that signature chain.
That was major news back when it happened. You know, he was sued by this woman and everything. And I don't believe criminal charges ever came up in that situation. I mean, we don't know exactly what happened in that diner, but it seems something definitely went down. And that kind of seems to be a reoccurring thing when it comes to these rappers and their entourages and stuff like that, is if there's a situation that it seems like they may have gotten away with, or it's like water under the bridge, it may not be, you know, because it can be brought up later in a RICO indictment, because we see that happen a lot of the time. We hear of different rappers getting into ish all the time. Oh, they got bagged up for this happened, that happened. Like Kodak was someone like that always seemed to be in trouble. Bail out on this case. Oh, take a plea bargain on this case. This case is dismissed. Well, we can tell the authorities are watching and plotting on a way for them to get the W over the rapper at some point in time, right? Comment with your thoughts on all that.
I just want everybody to have that same feeling. I put people on so they can put people on. I don't put them on for them to get money. I don't put you on to make you a millionaire. I put you on so you can put somebody else on. Nigga, you got to show somebody. You got to teach what's taught. Show somebody else how to do it. Joy. I put Gunna on so Gunna can take care of his. Gunna see me buy my mama a car in the house for her birthday. He crying. This shit got tears in his eyes. The whole time I'm thinking like, man, how the fuck can I make this nigga a superstar faster? I want him to do this for his mama next year. We did it. I didn't do it for him to get millions. I did it for him to seek the energy that I put into him and put this shit into somebody else. Put it into Nietzsche. Put it into your artist. He got his own labels. He got his own thing going on. Put it into your producers, and that's why we do it.
So again, we know YSL, Thug, Gunna, their whole situation is just starting off, just jumping off. Y'all heard that clip, and if you hop on social media right now, that's a big narrative that's going on between, you know, different artists and the fans, and just different people commentating on hip hop is being put out there. Yo, you know, despite Gunna, Thug, YSL being blasted all in the news, you know, the district attorneys talking about their public enemy number one. Don't forget the good in these gentlemen's heart. Thug just wanted to put on Gunna, you know what I'm saying, and help him be able to put on others and provide for their families. And we see them, you know, giving back to their community. Just in my video the other day, you know, I was sharing with y'all, we know the when they went and bailed out a bunch of people who were sitting behind bars on petty ass charges in the county jail and just couldn't afford that bail. And they, you know, out of the goodness of their hearts went out there and said, let us help y'all. Let us lend a helping hand. And we also see the community cookouts and giving out supplies and trying to help the people. And I think that's important, you know, for people to speak up. Hey, we may be being portrayed this way in the news and everything, and we may not be perfect, but don't forget all the good we were really doing for the community, not just talking about it. Like, comment if y'all notice that right now, that with all the reports of the indictment and the crimes and posts and everything, there's just about as many saying, hey, fuck the media portrayal of these individuals. Check out the good they did. You know what I mean? Do y'all think that will help them when it comes time for court? Or do you think it ain't going to make a difference at all? Regardless, though, I think it's important, you know, that their character of what these individuals I really like is being put out there.
Aaliyah?
No.
Wait, stay with it. Stay with it.
An angel has always been thought to be one of God's most precious works. I guess that's how she had you fooled. Because she was an angel in disguise.
Can I give him a hint?
I know what you're going to give the same hint I'm going to give. Go ahead. What's your hint?
All right, how about I go this way? She had a TV show. She started a TV show.
Tell me another hint. Her brother is the reason why a lot of people are famous, you could argue.
Her brother had an amazing sex tape.
See, baby, my love is true. And most important,
Very famous.
Who's Ray J's sister?
Oh my God!
Who's Ray J's sister? Yo, fact, he's serious. He's serious. I know that. Yo, he's 24.
I didn't know they were siblings. Who is it?
You didn't know Brandy and Ray J are siblings?
Yes!
Wow.
Nobody's ever told me that in my life.
You just found that out today?
Nobody's ever told me that.
Now, at the same time that all this stuff is playing out, Casanova, YSL, sentencing, RICO indictments, things are looking bad for Jack Harlow. Like, he is just all over the place. Everyone is talking. Yo, Jack Harlow didn't even know who Ray J and Brandy were brother and sister. Peppa Pig's album got better ratings than Jack Harlow, etc., etc. And real talk, I had to, you know, tap in and check it out myself and listen to that album. And, you know, because I was actually fucking with Jack Harlow. Like, I'm not saying I thought he was one of the dopest up-and-coming talents, like one of the hardest in the game or anything like that. But from what I heard from him, I'm like, yo, dude, I like dude's music, but let's be honest, man. You know, I'm telling y'all, I'm not just agreeing with the bad reviews. I listened to it myself, and I was not feeling this album at all. And real talk, this is a major L for Jack Harlow. He had pretty good momentum behind him, you know, leading up to this album dropping. But it's all bad for Harlow right now. Like, comment if y'all heard the album, if y'all think it's whack, and y'all are seeing all this commentary and jokes going on regarding Harlow. He's just not looking good, very, very good right now. But before I go, I wanted to talk about a dope album that came out, an album that shocked me, you know, that I had no idea this was even coming. We're talking about Black Star, Mos Def and Talib Kweli. Y'all remember that from that 1, 2, 3? It's Mos Def and Talib Kweli. Banger, classic, man. Yo, I miss those days back then, man. Waking up Saturday morning, you know what I'm saying, on the weekend, throwing on BET super early in the morning, or catching it really late Friday night, the top 10 video countdown. And like, yeah, you used to get all the mainstream-ish and all that on BET, but they also used to play a lot of like semi-underground stuff, artists on the come up no one have really heard of yet, and that music that like the super duper hip-hop heads love, like, you know, all the artists on Raucous Records and Duck Down. Like, what happened to Raucous and Duck Down? I don't know. comment, y'all, all the hip hop heads out there. Tell me if you remember them days, remember that era. But like since, well, what did that Black on Both Sides album drop? Like 97, 98? Or my bad, Black on Both Sides was Mos Def's solo album, but another classic for sure. Banger. All kinds of fire records on there. But like right before that, so that dropped what, like 99? I don't know. I feel like Black Star album dropped like 97, 98. But anyways, all these years later in 2022, they finally dropped another full project. What's it called? No Fear of Time. You know what I mean? Like they dropped other singles and stuff like that together as Black Star over the years, but never another full out project or album. And yo, I listened to about half of it last night, and I'm fucking with it, man. You know, it's got that same sound, same vibes from them after all these years. I mean, it has a different touch to it, you know what I'm saying, as everyone evolves as people and artists over the years, but this is dope, man. This is dope. So comment and let me know if y'all listen to this, what you guys think of it, and you know, just your thoughts on everything we touched on in this video. It's Coffee. I'm out of here. Look forward to hearing from you guys. Make sure to sub to the channel and stay tuned. Y'all know what it is. New content dropping all day, every day. Music, news, sports, and more. I'm out of here, y'all. Peace.